I want to show you how to work a reversible, right-leaning, yarn over, make one type increase. And what do I mean by that? There are several techniques for increasing that go by the term make one. There's a version where you work into the running thread to create a new stitch. There's a version Elizabeth Zimmerman used where she would just cast on an extra stitch using a backward loop. The method I'm using is neither of those. The method I'm using is the one where you throw either a yarn over or a reverse yarn over and then twist it shut on the next row or round. And since you are twisting a loop, you have two choices. You can twist it in one direction to make the left-leaning version, or you can twist it in the other direction to make the right-leaning version. So we're going to do the right-leaning version. I'm going to work across my fabric here. I'm almost at my increase. And one of the things that is peculiar about working this increase reversibly, the regular version of this increase on regular fabric, you would throw a reverse yarn over and then work into it through the front of the loop on the next row around to get the right-leaning increase. But when we're doing it reversibly, you actually throw a regular yarn over. So don't let that mess you up. It's the opposite of what you think. On the edge of this fabric, I am working a 2-stitch I-cord, so I'm going to do that. So that's knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, purlize with yarn in front. Now I need to turn the work. And work being turned. Work is turned. So now we are on the wrong side row. I will finish my edge treatment. Knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, purlize with yarn in front. So now I am at my yarn over. I'm at my point for my increase. And because I am working reversibly in 1x1 ribbing, I need to turn this yarn over into both a knit stitch and a purl stitch. So I'll start by making the knit stitch. And you may realize if I try to knit it this way, the normal way through the front of the loop, I'm going to get a hole. So instead, I will knit this through the back of the loop. Okay, so there's the knit stitch. But I need to make its purl stitch companion for the other side of the fabric. To do that, I take the left needle tip and put it back to front underneath the running thread. Well, gee whiz, look at that. I now have something on the left needle that looks a lot like a reverse yarn over. I need to purl this, so bring the yarn towards yourself. The yarn's got to come forward so I can purl. And you'll notice if I were to purl this up through the back of the loop, big hole, bad. But if I purl this the normal way, if I purl it the normal way, that will twist the loop shut. And let me do a couple pairs past that, just so you can see the fabric, and then we will look at what we have. Okay, so remember we are looking at the wrong side or back side or reverse of the work, and you see all these little diagonal lines that are going towards the left. So those are left leaning, but that's because we're on the back of the work. If I flip the work around, flipping the work around, there we go. If I flip the work around, so we're looking at the obverse or right side or front side or start side of the work, you can see the little diagonal lines are all running to the upper right. So that is how you work the yarn over, make one, right leaning version of that reversibly.